Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. It's great to have you back here at Bertina's Spiritual Sanctuary. I've made a promise this year that I'm going to try to be that friend or that mentor or that teacher that you know weekly will be here for you to be able to speak to, talk to, listen to. So I'm going to try to commit to doing this every week, if not more than that, just so that you have a few minutes with me. You can incorporate this into your spiritual ritual or just to have someone to listen to give you some new ideas on your spirituality. Now, remember that you can comment on Spotify on these and I will respond to you, or you can always email me, find me on social media, find me on my website, anything like that. My name is Bertina. It's Bertena. And if you just look me up, everything comes up, my website and everything. So I just want to welcome everyone. And I wanted to talk about spiritual ways to begin the new year. Whether you've been with me for a long time or you're just now coming here, just know that you are where you're supposed to be. And I'm here to meet you wherever you are on your spiritual journey. Sometimes people get really overwhelmed and get really excited about the new year, and I'm going to make all these changes. And then they try to do too many changes. The new year is a powerful time for reflection and intention setting and renewal. But the thing is, though, you have to remember it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have a schedule to go by. You don't have to do 4 hours of spiritual work. You just have to take a few minutes each day and just really focus on yourself. That may just be meditating while you're eating, taking a walk outside, taking a bubble bath, reading a book, pulling a card in the morning, doing some yoga, or even stretching. I mean, we say yoga, people are like, oh, I can't do that. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a fluffy yoga teacher. And I need to get back to doing just a few minutes every morning. So that is part of my goal because I may do it for other people, but I don't do it for myself. And it's a spiritual practice for me. So, what I thought I would do today is just share some spiritual ways to begin your new year and talk to you about how to create your own rituals. But remember, the key is whatever I tell you to do, you need to make it personal and authentic to you. So if you don't like something, that is fine. If you do like something, that's fine, and take it and make it your own. No one owns spirituality. That is the big thing I'm noticing across social media. People go, this is the only way of doing this, and this is the right way. And as we move away from religion and dogma, the freedom of spirituality is really what I embrace. So that's why the idea of perfectionism and releasing the pressure of perfectionism in your spiritual practice is really important to me. And that's really what I want to focus on because social media and social culture paints a picture of the new year as this like grand fresh start where everything has to be planned, published, and perfect. But life's not like that. And spirituality is definitely not like that. You don't have to have a color coded planner, even though I love them. We don't have to have a vision board. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. Or you don't have to have a perfect meditation corner or room to set up your spirituality, your spiritual area for you to be aligned. Throw a pillow in the middle of the room. Sit on your couch. I do more of my meditations sit on my couch than anything else. It's mostly just wherever you are physically, emotionally, or spiritually. It's enough. The important thing is intention. This goes with magic. This goes with reading. This goes with readings like tarot readings. It's everything. Intention is what is most important. Even doing little, small, imperfect steps can lead to you growing profoundly spiritually. So just take a deep breath, exhale, and just let go of the pressure to be perfect because it's going to be a beautiful thing. And if you're not trying to be perfect, you'll enjoy it more. So let's just start out with a simple spiritual ritual to begin this year. There's been a lot of craziness already going on today. So, what we are looking at is that it doesn't need to be complicated. And all you have to do is just set the space. Find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be interrupted. Light a simple candle. It doesn't matter what color, what size, what kind. Burn some incense, maybe use some essential oils if you have crystals or cards, anything else like that. Just set your space. Tomorrow evening, the first Thursday of the month, I always do a free guided meditation on Zoom. And usually, what we do is just create a space. I create a space here, and then you do in your own area. And sometimes it's simple. I've seen people have their stuffed animals in a blanket, and it makes them feel comfortable. Sacred objects can be stuffed animals, it can be something that just makes you feel spiritually connected. Something else that you can do is kind of reflect on the new year. Write down a few things that you're grateful for. Take a few moments and do that right now. Think about the idea of what you've learned, the challenges you oversaw. Think about people in your life who've helped you with these challenges or who you want to celebrate with. You can do this in a journal, and you can simply meditate on these as thoughts. Nothing has to be specific. New Year's is also a new way to release what no longer serves us. Write down anything you want to release, old habits, fears, negative thoughts on a piece of paper. Burn the paper, tear it up. Just do a symbolic gesture of letting go. That's all you have to do. Your mind, your heart, your soul knows what you need to let go of. You can set your intentions for the new year. Think about how you want to feel in the new year. Take a moment right now and just write down your intentions as if they've already happened. Instead of saying, I want to be calmer, write, I am calm and centered. Let your intentions focus on feelings and growth rather than rigid goals. And then seal your ritual. Close your eyes. Place your hands over your heart. Visualize your intentions as a glowing light within you. Take a few deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can blow out your candle. You can say a word of gratitude. You can simply tell the universe thank you and complete your ritual. But one of the biggest blocks that people face is thinking they're not ready or they're not spiritual enough or they don't know what they can do or they're not like other people. Meet yourself where you are. You don't need to be anything other than who you are. If you're journaling with a pen that you found at the bottom of your purse, that's perfectly fine. If you're meditating for 2 minutes in your car, that's fine. I think Gen X, we love to sit in our car and finish listening to our song and chill out a few minutes before we get out sometimes at home. We set that energy, we set that intention. You can set your intention in your pajamas. I am probably in my pajamas more than I am in my regular clothes. And it's because that's where I'm comfortable. It's valid, it's sacred. You don't have to have fancy clothes, you don't have to have fancy anything. The things are nice and they're fun, but don't let cost, don't let things like that keep you from starting your spiritual practice. All you need is you. Our ancestors had nothing but themselves. They had simple homes, they had herbs from outside in the garden. They didn't go buy fancy rocks, they pulled rocks out of a creek or what they could find. Spirituality isn't about aesthetics or rigid rules. It's about connecting with your soul, your higher self, connecting with the universe, or whatever feels right to you. Now, let's think about just creating a simple daily routine. Okay. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can take a little bit of what I tell you to do and then leave the rest. A gentle way to kind of weave spirituality into your everyday life is to do a small daily practice. But the idea of a daily practice can feel overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be time consuming, it doesn't have to be complicated. Remember, the key is simplicity and consistency. So, here's some ideas to help you create a ritual that works for you. Pick one or two practices that resonate with you, and these can change every day. You don't have to do these every single day. Meditation, just a few minutes to sit quietly, focus on your breath. You could journal while you write down your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions for the day. I like to do a to do list when I get to work, and I sit there and I just kind of breathe and think, I can only have 7.5 hours at work. That's okay. I'm going to get done what I can get done. And then the next will go the next day, and I breathe because sometimes that to do list can be extremely long. You can do some yoga or stretching, like I said, just gentle movements. One of the things I want to do when I go back to my higher ed job, back to the university, is to set a timer and actually get up and move. I have the watch, I have all the other stuff, but I get so caught up in what I'm doing at work that I don't want to get up and stop because it slows down my momentum. But you know what? That job, when I'm gone, is still going to be there. And I'm going to guarantee you, whoever takes over my job is not going to do it the same way I do. So there's no need in trying to kill myself over it. I need to get up and move. Sedentary lifestyles are hard. I need to do that here when I'm working on my spirituality, my spiritual classes, all the stuff here as well, getting up and moving around. You can also pull a card, drawing a tarot oracle card for guidance in the morning. I have them in my desk at work, and I'll pull out a couple just to try to figure out what's going on, why a certain situation is going on. And it kind of helps me focus and know that I really don't have control over everything. I just am seeking control because I want to know everything, want to know what's happened because that's a security method for me. Just knowing that nothing can be perfect and you just do your best. And then showing some gratitude, listing 3 things you're thankful for, 3 people. But just remember, keep it simple. Your rituals don't have to take hours, just not even 5 or 10 minutes. You can light a candle or incense. You can spend a few minutes reading, meditating, deep breathing, any of those things that I've mentioned above. That's it. And few intentional moments can set the tone for your whole day. Thing is, though, make it sacred. Even the smallest practices can feel special when you approach it with intention. Find your favorite mug for morning coffee or tea. I have my favorite pink blanket, a dedicated journal. Now, I don't do the dedicated journal. I think I have 20 of them around here. I just found 2 or 3 this morning. I was like, oh, this is cute. Where did this come from? And there's stuff written in everything. And most of it doesn't even, I mean, there's no corresponding like dates, even though they go, oh, you're supposed to um, put it in dates and look back at it. I'm lucky sometimes to get it written down. People suggest playing calming music. I like different things. I like more hype music for certain parts of the day, more calming music whenever I feel like my energy is too high. You just want to find something that kind of balances you. You want to adapt your ritual to your life. It should fit your lifestyle. You shouldn't be changing to fit it. If mornings are busy, try an evening practice. If you miss a day, don't worry, just start again. Consistency is important, but flexibility ensures sustainability. Be flexible with yourself. Pair your ritual with things that you already do, like your morning coffee, um, just thinking, setting intentions, meditating, your evening skincare routine, meditating and then massaging as you are cleansing your face releases stress. You can do things before or after you brush your teeth. It just makes since it makes it easier to remember. So here's kind of a few examples of what you can do with the daily rituals. Just make sure that you're creating a small pocket of time just for you. Just a moment to connect with your inner self, align with your intentions, nurture your spirit. The big thing is there's no right or wrong way to do any of it. The beauty is that the ritual will evolve with you. Say, for instance, you choose to do 5 minutes of yoga or stretching, and then you find something really cool and you keep going with the yoga and stretching, and then you pull in breathing or pranayama, and then the next day or the next week or the next month, you add journaling to it. It's all fine. So give yourself permission to experiment. Try different elements, adjust the timing, and just let it flow naturally. It's going to feel easy and it's going to feel like it's fun. So the most important thing is showing up for yourself, even in the smallest of ways. Over time, the simple practices can create profound shifts in your life. So as we close today's episode, I encourage you to take some time this week to create your own version of the ritual I shared. Remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to feel meaningful to you. And if life feels overwhelming, just start small. Light a candle, say a prayer, simply take a deep breath, and honor the present moment. If you'd like more guidance, join me on Thursday nights. The first Thursday of the month, I do a guided meditation to meet your spirit guides, and we talk a lot about how to do some of these rituals to connect with your soul. I also do a third Thursday of divination class where we just learn different ways of doing different things and we practice with each other. It's just mostly having the sacred energy around us. I'm at Cosmic Connection. You can go to yourcosmicconnections.com and find my schedule there. You can schedule Zoom appointments or in-person appointments, and I'm going to be offering private spiritual classes in 2025. They're 90 minutes long. Um, you will have the class, but then you will also have reading material, follow up, and other things like that. So we can always make time. But thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Starting a new year is as much about embracing where you are as looking ahead. I'm here to support you, as I said, and whether you're just beginning or deepening your spiritual path, reach out to me. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need a little extra light as they begin their year. And always feel free to reach out to me on social media or through my website to share your experiences or ask questions. Until next time, have a beautiful and peaceful Happy New Year.